cuenta de ahorro. Sí. Sí.
And so I have it recording to the computer.
Okay.
So when you're done, I'll come up here and just don't close out the Zoom
Okay, got it.
because I have to extract it from the account.
Ándale. Mire, denme un minutito que ya voy a entrar aquí a clase. Ahorita en cuanto salga le llamo porque está apenas downloading la página y ya vamos a entrar aquí a la clase. ¿Está bien si le marco en cuanto salga? Ya fírmelo, sí, porque sí son los números, para que no entretenga el proceso. Ya nomás nos falta la última página. Sí, ya lo vi aquí. Ándele, sí, la hoja que usted me mandó es donde viene toda la información de las partes que estamos envueltas en la transacción. Sí, ándele pues, bueno, gracias, cuídese, hasta luego. Bye.
Okay, hi, I'm Angelina. For anybody who doesn't know me, I have a company called The Closing Solution. I do contract to close, social media, and touch plans for real estate agents. So today we're going to talk about social media. So before we can talk about creating content or branding or anything, we have to know who we're talking to. And this goes beyond just, am I talking to a buyer? Am I talking to a seller? Everybody's brand has a specific type of audience. So for example, that could be first-time home buyers, young local families, relocators, upsizing, downsizing, and that's gonna affect what content you post on your social media. So here are some discovery questions. Who's your audience's age range? Where do they live? What do they like to do? So for myself, if I was an agent, my age range would be 18 to 30. My people would live in Cobb and Cherokee County just because I don't want to drive any farther than that. And what they would like to do is they need to be by restaurants, shopping. They're young, they want to go out. So my audience is probably going to be different from yours. I would be looking at first-time home buyers and young local families, and my audience will change over time, but that's going to affect what type of content I'm posting because my audience, I need it to relate to them. Does that make sense? So just to kind of show you the difference, these are different social media topics and different hooks. So for first-time home buyers, you would be more in the area of the real reason you're still renting, down payment assistance programs, the mistake I made when I bought my first home. These are all strong hooks for first-time home buyers, and you see how those change when we go into different audiences. So for young families, you're going to want to focus more on did you run out of space? How this one family transformed their house into a home? Is living in an HOA community a bad idea? And then as we keep going, these are some examples for downsizing, questions to ask yourself before downsizing, the financial benefits to selling for retirees, and pro tips for decluttering after living in your house for years. And then my last example is investors. So knowing this before investing in real estate, how to maximize your profit from your listing, and my top tips for selling your house for the best price. So do you kind of see how those change based on who you're talking to? Awesome. So yes, we definitely have to know who our audience is before we can really dive into your branding and what content you should post. Okay, so let's get into personal branding. For all my real estate agents, I always have a color scheme for them. I have fonts, and I recommend doing branding photo shoots. So starting with your color scheme, I usually recommend that you pick one color, and then you do the light and the dark version of that color, and I'll show you an example of what I mean by that. So I will show you what I mean. Exit. So if I were to go in for one of my agents today, I would ask them, so this is my main color. So you can see here my brand kit. I have my main color, my light, my dark, and then I always use black and white. So what I recommend for you is you pick a color. So let's play with blue today just for fun. Okay, so let's say that's my main color. And then you're gonna wanna pick this and make this your dark. Let's say we like this as our dark, and then you're gonna wanna do the same thing and pick a light. And I like to go almost white for my light color. So you can see here I have this one, and this one. And these are gonna be my branding colors that I use in all my social media, so you can create consistent branding. I have Canva Pro, so I'm able to put my colors in this brand kit. If you don't have Canva Pro, you're just gonna wanna write down your color codes. So if you see right here, that's your code. I keep these color codes in a spreadsheet for myself because these are the color codes I'm gonna use in my email marketing. These are the color codes I'm gonna use in my text marketing. Any marketing, I use these 3 colors, and that's how we keep consistent branding. You can also see here, these are brand kits, and you can see I have different agents in here, and everybody's branding is a little bit different. But this is how you set yourself apart. When it comes to fonts, I recommend having one header font and one body font. You'll notice in my presentation and all my marketing that I use the same header font and the same font for the body. And that's just gonna, once again, keep your marketing consistent. And you also want to pick fonts and colors that speak to your brand and your audience. So for example, my branding for somebody between the ages of 18 to 30 is going to be different branding for somebody who works with people who are downsizing and retiring. I'm probably gonna go with something more modern, maybe throw in a pop of color. And for downsizing or retirees, you may wanna go with something more traditional. So your branding, the good news is branding, typically what you like is your audience. So typically you can't go wrong because typically you are your audience, if that makes sense. And then lastly, branding photo shoots. This is gonna go a long way with your social media. You'll notice throughout my presentation, I have these professional photos. Anytime I post a picture on social media with my face in it, it gets 3 times more engagement than when I don't. And you wanna have, of course, the photos that I post of myself, I want them to be professional because we are a business. So I recommend getting branding photo shoots at least 2 times a year. But this is really gonna elevate your social media, and you can get so much personality out of one picture, and your audience is really gonna feel like they know you. Any questions? Yep. Okay, so this is an example of an Instagram feed. You know, they have the grid set up. Can you guys see the screen okay with the lighting?
You should probably turn.
Yeah, can I turn off one?
So these are 2 different Instagram feeds, but you can see this one I did with branding photos and this one I did without. So you can see either way, I use the same font, I use those same 3 colors, and you can see how it creates an aesthetic, consistent look to your brand. So anybody who goes onto my social media page instantly knows instantly knows me because they can see my brand through my photos or through my posts per se. The other thing to take note is all my posts have really, really strong hooks. So as somebody's scrolling through my Instagram, they can easily see what the post is before they even click on it. So it's, you kind of want to give them clickbait. So my first sale was a disaster. That's going to make somebody be like, oh, I want to read that. So you definitely want to get them with a strong hook. But yeah, this is just the difference between branding and then, the photos and then how you can see consistent branding.
You might be getting to this, but is that something you make in Canva?
I create all my posts in Canva.
Okay.
Yeah, and then this would be like an example grid on your Instagram.
I think our office could use a Canva class. I'm gonna tell Jim about that.
I would like that. My daughter does so much better with that.
We will be looking at some Canva stuff today, but yes, it could probably use a whole hour class just on Canva.
Yes. I get really confused. Yeah, I know, me too.
Okay, so now we're gonna dive in on creating valuable content, but before we can do that, what does value even mean? So value is content that does more than just exist. It makes somebody in your audience feel like, oh, that's what I really, really needed to hear right now. So that could be something funny, inspiring, educational, relatable, but we should be getting a feeling out of our audience. So for example, this is something we recently did for Valentine's Day. So not valuable, not fall in love with your new home, or just straight up happy Valentine's Day. It's not valuable. They know it's Valentine's Day. But what is valuable is how to fall in love with your new neighborhood. And then we're giving them the tips and tricks. So host a housewarming, get involved, explore meetup.com. And so we posted this on Valentine's Day and then put in the caption, Happy Valentine's Day, but we're actually providing value. So this is my QR code because we'll be doing ChatGPT prompts today. So this is where you'll get your lovely prompts. Yes. Is it not picking up?
Finally got it.
Okay. Everybody good with that one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we are going to create a content calendar. My recommendation for consistency, I'm all about consistency, is posting 8, 12, or 16 posts a month. That's gonna be two a week, 3 a week, 4 a week. So I usually recommend keeping yourself on a schedule. And we are going to use ChatGPT to create our content calendar for us. So in the little guide that you downloaded, there's a little self-discovery for your target audience. It should only really take like a minute to fill out. And I'm sure you already know. And then we have this first prompt after that. So. Okay, so this is our first prompt. We're gonna get our content calendar. And my little spiel about prompts is prompts are meant to be edited. They're meant to be played with. It's never one prompt fits all. They're just to get you started. I find myself editing my prompts as I go depending on what I'm using them for. So please play around with the prompts to get better results from ChatGPT. So for example, I'm a real estate agent in Marietta. Sometimes I like to add in just more details about myself. So I'll put, you don't have to do this is optional. Female real estate agent, 23-year-old. I just feel the more details you give ChatGPT, the better quality that comes out of it. My ideal client is first-time home buyers.
I'm sorry, I'm not anywhere close to where I need to be, I don't think.
It just sends you an email once you put
Oh.
your name and your
Okay.
thing, and then you go into the email.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
I had to
I'm still
figure that
on
out too. I was like,
eh?
what?
I was, yeah.
Gotcha, sorry, it sends an email.
Angelina?
It might go to your spam because it went to mine.
Yeah, it
so
was on my
check
spam.
that.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
And I will pause after this. I'm just gonna pump this out for you guys. But this is what it should do. And I will pause so you guys can do this for yourself and get caught up.
Am I doing the right thing if it wanted my credit card information?
No, it should be free.
Well, it says free, but it still wanted me to load my credit card information.
I've never loaded mine into ChatGPT.
I'm just doing the prompt thing. Did anybody else get that?
You're doing it on your phone?
Well, it goes to your email. I would do it from your
You
laptop.
should do it on your laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I had it send the email so you can get it from your laptop instead of your phone.
Got it. I just got the email.
Perfect. Yeah, that'll be easier. And I ask it to give me 20 ideas, even though for the month of March I may only be doing 12 posts, and that's because ChatGPT is not perfect. You're not gonna love every prompt it gives you. So I always ask it for more, because I can just delete those and use what I want.
Not sure what I was supposed to be doing.
That's what I was just about to say. I bet I have my phone and copies you.
Right, okay, I downloaded this, but where,
So download, you downloaded that.
yeah.
Okay. and then I would open that. It should have gone to a PDF. Probably if you go there. Yep, there it is.
Okay, now where?
If you go down. So those are just the audience questions,
Uh-huh.
and then there's the prompt for the content calendar. So you'll fill in the X's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's the prompt you'll put in ChatGPT. And then you'll fill in the X's.
So this is like, you're saying like you basically cut and paste this into ChatGPT, is that what you're saying?
Yes, and then you'll just fill in those X's.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, so we cut and paste and put this in ChatGPT, because I've never used ChatGPT.
I haven't either.
Oh, fun. Okay. Yes. So you will copy and paste this into ChatGPT.
Okay.
How do you do that?
Gonna be
I mean,
good.
I'm just gonna watch her.
Okay.
Because I didn't have time to run home and get my laptop.
I was about to say, I don't know on a phone. I'm a laptop girly.
That's right. We're not 20 something. So.
I know.
He's used it for work, actually.
I got it.
Awesome.
So is it just like chatgpt.com?
Yeah.
And then you, okay.
If you just Google search, it'll pop right up. And I usually log in with like my Google account.
Okay.
Sign up? Is that something you sign up for?
ChatGPT.
Oh, okay. No, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, usually I log in with Google and it's never asked me for a credit card or anything.
Yeah, no.
No.
And where do we put the stuff that you showed us?
ChatGPT. Yes, so you'll just copy and paste it right in that chat box.
In here?
Yep.
Okay, let me find where your stuff was. I've lost
Did
it.
you get to here?
Yes.
See it
So now you can paste right here. You can
The
copy
email.
uh-huh,
I
paste,
downloaded it.
and it's going to show you in the enter,
Oh, just like
and then it's going to show you everything.
There it is. Okay.
And just all of this?
Yep, all of that.
Where's this
That's the
now?
one for the
I know.
crystals that you go up.
I really like this one as well to describe
Yeah, that one,
the
this.
things.
Oh,
You know, the private,
yeah.
public, and
What is?
I guess I should try that, although I'm always like, I don't even know where to start with that. I guess just gonna play with it a little bit.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I hate my
That's what we're in right now.
Although I'm
Oh,
also
yeah.
saying,
Yeah,
like,
so you
when
can
I look
exit out
at,
of that one.
This one?
Yep.
because
so
this
that's
I'm
that.
taking over a listing that somebody else had before.
No,
And
that's
I
fine.
feel
Oh,
like
that's
this description,
here.
Yep.
this is
Here we
such
go.
a waste, like, stop
And then
doing
you'll
that.
fill in
Like,
the
move into
X's.
the
Okay. I
well-appointed,
needed
bloody,
this
bloody, but
platform
like,
in
no,
there.
give them the stuff that
And
they
then,
can't see, like, to me.
My phone call,
Yeah.
I like to
when
put
pulled
in,
the parking
you know,
lot.
that kind of stuff. It's close to
yeah.
this, it's got all of that, it
Because I'm just now
has
getting
new
my,
windows and this year, blah, blah, like, not,
LLC and the.
yeah, we can see that.
I mean, and you have it on the top of the
Yeah.
listing. I mean, it's
I
like,
think give me this one. Eloquent,
And
bloody,
also,
bloody, bloody.
just
I had that
zoom
just
out a little.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get it all in one thing.
I'm just not like that. I'm not.
And then
This is so cute. And then,
Let me try one more time.
oh, I know it. She also is frustrating.
I hate this one.
Where it was like,
I would just type for us.
you know.
A call to
like,
action,
I don't know,
all right.
put on the- something like that.
Oh, wow.
A copy brand. Same.
Okay, oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay, I've got the chat GPT downloaded, I'm not sure I get the PDF up and help me. Oh,
Right, yeah, so you just can copy and paste that.
copy the whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
How do you do that?
Oh, you can highlight it?
Oh, just this?
Yeah.
I know how to copy and paste, I thought you were putting the whole document in there.
Gotcha, no, just the text.
What's that?
What did you put down for your ideal client?
Oh, I think, 40. I did 40 to 60 years ago.
25 to 75.
I know, well, that's.
Because I've got one right now, they're 20.
But I was like, if I wanna try to focus it,
Yeah.
then, I mean, playing around with it, like go back to do a big one, do a smaller one, do,
Right,
like the,
okay.
what, are the prompts, how are they different, I guess? Oh. I understand.
Yes.
She said,
Okay, so once you get the chart ready, this is where we're gonna pull our content ideas. So a lot of times I'll copy and paste it into just a random Google Doc. It's optional, you don't have to do that. But this way, which ones you don't wanna use, you can exit or you can delete off the list. Also, some of these posts, you're gonna wanna decide, do I wanna use this post in a, like a carousel post, or do I wanna do a reel? So you'll know, like, you know, you'll know based on the topic. Okay, let me go back to this. So now that we have our topics, we're gonna talk about actually taking the topic and turning it into a post. So first, we're gonna learn how to make a carousel. Carousels are just when you can swipe through Instagram and you can do 10 photos in your post. So the example I have here is what celebrity has the biggest impact on real estate. They would swipe to the next one, Taylor Swift. And then they keep swiping to get more information of why it's Taylor Swift. So we want to keep them, you know, scrolling, keep them swiping, keep them engaged. So this is the carousel prompt. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna copy and paste this into ChatGPT. Fill in the X's. So I'm a real estate agent in Marietta. And then the topic, you're gonna go back to your little content calendar. So we're just gonna pick a random one. Let's do these home buying myths debunked for this example. So I'm gonna copy that, and this is gonna be my topic for the post. So I'm just gonna fill that in here. And it's gonna create a carousel for me. So it's literally telling me that this goes on slide 1, this goes on slide 2. A lot of times, ChatGPT only gives me one sentence. Every time I put it in ChatGPT, I get a different result. So like this one only gave me one sentence, that's not enough. So I'm gonna tell ChatGPT, please expand on the details of, I'm gonna add, please add 2 sentences to each slide. This is what I'm saying, like ChatGPT is not perfect, but you can just tell it what you want fixed and it will do it for you. So now I've got more sentences here.
I'm sorry, what did you put for your topic for the carousel?
I got it from that content calendar.
Okay.
So you're just gonna wanna pick a topic, from your calendar.
Okay.
Yes.
Where did you get the content calendar? I think I may have missed.
So that was the first prompt.
That I copied and.
Yep, that was the very
These
first
two?
one.
And it gave me all this?
Yep, so that's it.
And so then what do? You just pick one of these
Yep,
and put it down here?
and then you'll grab the second prompt.
Can be this easy, right?
If you go back to the
I probably will
little,
mess it up. So.
yes, and go to the second prompt. Yep, so all the way at the bottom, that's where you'll fill on the topic.
So put this in,
Yep, the
Chat.
whole thing in ChatGPT, and then fill in your topic. And you got your topics from your content calendar.
got it. Okay, I'm following now.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I caught up to the last thing and now I don't know what you just did right there. Got my different topic.
So I'm just on the second prompt.
Okay,
Back on the little PDF that we downloaded. Yeah, that one.
oh, is this it?
Nope, go keep going. Not that one.
That's one it is.
Yep, so the second one.
Oh. Okay, so just do the same thing with yours?
Yep, and your topic is going to be from your content calendar that you just made.
Oh, okay, okay.
Did you have a question?
This one? Is this one that I have to,
Yes, but copy and paste the whole thing.
here?
Yep.
Okay.
I know you're so fast.
She's young.
I've used ChatGPT for like individual posts, but I never thought to like use it for like
actual
a content calendar. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Sometimes
I
my
posted topic.
brain just goes dead.
Yeah.
What to post now?
Yeah, truly. Because I don't post on my own Instagram that much either, so I'm like,
I post like once every 3 months on my own.
no, truly. Like, I'm always like, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So why should I put it on the topic?
So you're gonna pull your topic from that content calendar that you
For the
made.
content, okay, I have it right here. Okay.
I don't know.
This is helpful.
Yeah.
No, thank you. What's the AI prompt?
We're on the carousel one. So the second one in the PDF.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, this is a stupid question, but at the bottom it says, the topic, ... and then the topic is. I don't know why it's in there twice.
Oh yeah, you can delete. the-
Okay.
I just
I was like,
in
am
my
I missing
head I
something?
have everything like background topic so that I know I'm hitting each point. But it'll
This is
do the
actually
same
so
thing.
fun. You're thinking of ideas and I'm like, putting them in, I'm like, Oh, I would hate to spend hours Googling
Right.
this myself.
Right. Yeah.
Um, Are we ready to move on to the next one, or another minute?
I'm ready.
Ready when you are.
So this is the little Canva tutorial that I have today. So I'm gonna actually show you how I would put this into Canva and create a post. So I'm gonna do it from scratch. Create a post, we're gonna do Instagram post. I like to do mine in portrait. They have landscape options, but Instagram's pretty much all portrait now. We have all these templates over here, so I just pick a template. I'm all about not recreating the wheel.
So they were already just in there?
Yes, if
Okay.
you have Canva, all these templates are here. If you have Canva Pro, which I highly recommend, you have access to a lot more templates.
Okay.
So they have free ones, but if you're gonna be working a lot out of Canva, you're definitely gonna want the Pro. So I'm gonna use this one.
Well, Michelle has Canva Pro.
And I'm just gonna go through and copy and paste, or I'm sorry, just click the ones they have.
So, I just opened it. And it says. Which, looking for, these are like all the same restaurant. I don't know if that's what they're doing. I don't know, like, I'm not saying that, yeah.
So I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. My topic is, let's see. So they have this for the title slide. The title slide's super important because this is our hook. This is what's gonna get people scrolling. So typically, I will say I don't usually use the one they give me. I kind of play around with my hooks. So for this one, I'm gonna use this one. Just because I'm not a fan of the other one. Okay. Paste. And then you'll just fill out the template. So this is at the closing solution. Type. I'm gonna change this. I'm just gonna delete that because I don't need that. And I'm going to make this bigger. And I want to capitalize everything. Okay, so this is just the title slide, done with that, and now I'm just gonna go through each slide. And I'm gonna copy and paste what was in ChatGPT. So, this goes here. And this goes here. And I'm gonna do that all the way down for every slide with all my ChatGPT, for each slide ChatGPT gave me. So like number 2, go to slide, let's see what slide, so go to slide 2. No, I'm sorry, this one. And I'm literally just copying and pasting.
How did you get Canva to show you the multiple slides?
So not all templates have multiple slides. Some templates are just one slide, so you need to find one that has multiple.
Okay, good question.
And then I just go down and I finish copying and pasting it. And then and I'll show you a couple other tricks, because we have to brand it to us. Green's not my color. So I'm going to click on this, click on green. Here's my branding kit down here. So I'm just gonna click on my branding color, and I'm gonna click change all. And now it should have changed. It doesn't always. It's gonna,
Of course.
and the reason it didn't do these two is because they're different elements. So if I just do it again, it will work this time. Change all. Okay, so it should have changed all the ones matching that one. And then I'll just do the last one. Change all. And change all. So now all of them should match when I go down. Same thing with this background color, that's not in my branding kit. So I'm gonna choose this one, and I'm going to change all. And then you'll also notice, you can delete these, you can keep these, but just so I can go ahead and do them on all slides. At really great site. I'm gonna replace it with at the closing solution. And replace all. So now all my pages are good. Does that make sense? Any questions?
It makes sense. I couldn't do it, but it does make sense.
I know, I went a little fast for time purposes.
I think I can do it when I just have time, because I know what to do. Take the things from your prompt, put them in ChatGPT, copy and paste ChatGPT into Canva.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what you did.
Yep.
So when I have my regular mouse and I'm not so flustered, I think I can do it, because that just takes time to do it, you know.
Yeah.
So when I open Canva, though, like, I'm not getting the prompts or the templates that you have. So what? And I see like it had like Valentine's Day, you know, whatever.
I typed in
Like
real
I just
estate,
typed
but
in
I
like
don't know.
multiple
Oh.
slides in the template part because
What'd you-
it's February, so it's gonna push like Valentine's Day stuff and
What'd you
Black
do?
History Month stuff.
Yeah, she typed in multiple
So I just
times.
typed. She said she looked for
Oh,
multiple
type in-
slides, so I just typed in multiple slides
another-
into the search.
I know what you're saying now, and
Yeah.
I also, to get that one, actually, I remember what I typed in and did a couple days ago. I typed in how to, like how to post, and those multiple slides popped up.
Okay.
So at the very top, I have a search bar that says design next to it. Is that where I'm typing?
So I think,
Yeah.
yes, and did you do Instagram post as your template?
No, where am I doing that?
Okay, so you'll wanna go to like, Canva home,
Okay.
then you can exit out of that. Create a design, in the top right corner,
Okay.
and then you Instagram post. I
In
usually,
my search, I do.
yes, that one says.
Oh, it's right here.
Well, I usually like the portrait one.
Okay.
So
Uh,
you find the, mine's a square.
Oh, that's fine.
This was mine.
So don't click on this one. Type it in. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
type
saying?
it in.
Okay.
Square's fine.
If
I just
you-
usually recommend portrait.
Yeah. If you start typing
You have to have
in,
the-
Okay, instead of that one
okay.
says portrait.
Yeah.
if you
Usually
start
recommend
typing, you can like. see
You
where
have
it
to
has
have the
it.
advanced.
Like, that's the problem, is like, I don't know where to even start.
Multiple slides.
Okay.
Yeah, I think like
Go
went
You
to
type it
the,
on the
where it has design.
So it's taking
Here's
templates
where I said
based
multiple
on,
slides.
like what design you
Thank you.
created, so now it's gonna give you Instagram templates. Does that make sense?
And that's where she did multiple slides, I
Yep,
think.
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so see how it gives you like different options, portrait, square. So
Okay,
typically
this
I
one.
do portrait.
Okay.
So you manage people's social media? How
Yes.
do you do?
Yes.
I'm done here.
I'll just give this to you to hand out.
Yes. And for attending my class, you get 50% off the first 2 months.
Oh
It's
my
in
gosh, what a
little,
deal.
my little PDF at the end with
Okay,
pricing
cool.
and everything, so. Yes.
Awesome. Do you exclusively do realtors, or you do all kinds of?
No, I only
businesses?
work with realtors. I live, breathe, eat real estate.
Well, that is cool.
Do you still sell, or you just didn't?
Nope, I don't sell, I don't have time.
Good for you.
I am by a computer all day. But that way, because I work with so many agents in the field, I also do contract to close, so we need somebody by the computer at all times.
That's true.
Oh, you do contract to close too.
Yes.
So do you have people will work with you, obviously, or is it
Yeah,
just-
you guys probably know Eric Decker, Rob Pritz, who else? Work a little bit with Amanda Warren.
I was saying like staff that work with you, like that do things for.
Oh, like with my company, I have one assistant.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, you're busy if you're doing contract to
I
close
know.
and social media.
Yes.
I do that too, but
Oh,
I
you
know
do?
I do it only. I do it for all three, but I also do like contract close for other people.
Oh wow.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. Every time.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to be a one-stop shop for individual real estate agents. It's kind of my niche. Yeah. So then you guys don't have to hire and have a full-time person. I do a little bit of everything. So, yeah.
That's great.
Let's see, how are we doing on time? Okay, so the last thing, I'm just gonna quickly talk about some real ideas.
I know. Right.
Okay, so B-rolls are short clips, typically 15 seconds or less of things that are happening in your daily life. I'm sure you've seen them on Instagram, but you can see these are examples of B-rolls. They're just looping, and I'm doing the same thing, typing on a computer, writing in a notebook. You could literally do anything. You could there's a million things. You could just record yourself driving in your car, walking your dog, sipping on some coffee. I mean, you really only want it to be 4 to 6 seconds. But the goal is that when we make this post, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a really strong hook on it. So people click on it, and then you're gonna tell them to go read the caption. And what this is doing, it's looping your video in the background, and it's pushing your algorithms up. Because it's just sitting there looping as they're reading the caption, so it looks like you got all these views and it's pushing out your profile. Does that make sense? So I'll show you a few examples, like actually on Instagram.
Angelina, quick question.
Yes.
Do you recommend having a separate Instagram page versus just using your personal page and doing this?
Yes, yes, I recommend doing a business page and then a personal.
Okay.
You really like, when you have new clients and with your online presence, I like keeping it separate because they're gonna go to your page and they want real estate content, and your personal, they're just two different things and they're two different audiences.
Okay.
So I do recommend doing them separately. Let me show y'all this one. Tina. So you can see, there, Brenda. So you can see, so this one post right here is our B-roll. Do you guys see the difference in how many views we got?
Oh, well, yes.
And it's because this one's looping in the background and we did a strong hook. So do not do this if you're buying a home. So this is just looping. It's hard to show on a computer, but usually you're on your phone and then they've got to click the caption to read it. So they're reading all of this while the video is playing in the background.
That's awesome.
But for this to work, you have to have a strong hook. You have to have something that people really want to read for them to sit here and read this long caption. But it works. It does. So that's an example of a B-roll like this one. It doesn't even have to be your face. I just recommend doing your face for more personal branding. So that's going to be your last prompt is for your B-roll post. And that's going to be your third prompt in there. So we'll do an example real fast. Control C. So I'm gonna go back to my content calendar and I'm gonna grab one of my topics. So let's do staging do's and don'ts. And enter. So it just gave me my entire Instagram caption. Now all I have to do is put that topic on my B-roll post and then just put this in the caption and I'm done and post it.
So give us an example of what the B-roll is going to be with this.
Yes, like you want to see how I post it?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So it's really hard. I'm trying to think.
You can post it to mine if you want.
Usually I do this on my phone. I've never done it on a computer, but we'll give it a shot.
I thought you said you didn't own a phone.
Well, for the B-rolls, I do it from my phone, and that's because Instagram has special editing features.
You could just teach a class on getting us old Gen Xers
Yes.
into your generation.
I was like, maybe I should have done the Canva class and then the social media class. Okay, so let me see. I wish I could AirPlay this. Okay.
Well, I don't need to make it harder than it is. I'm just curious, like, okay, I get what you're saying your caption is going to be, so give me an example of what you're using for the B-roll. Just explain. Like, is it going to be just a pan in a house? Is it going to be, what are you going to put with that?
Oh, yeah, you, literally anything. I know that sounds crazy. It doesn't matter what is actually in the video. So, like, for example, I mean, like, are you saying how to pick what video to go with what topic?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It can be anything. They don't have to coordinate. I recommend putting your face in it because that's going to get higher views. But we're doing home staging myths. Sorry, I can't talk today. So this post is about home staging, but I can still just do a video of me typing on the computer. It's all about hooking them in. Once they're there, they're gonna read the caption. They don't care that your video isn't actually you staging a home. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's all about the hook.
And it should be 15 seconds or less.
Yes, so these two that I have right here are 5 seconds, and you can't even tell they're looping.
How do you make it loop again?
Once you put the video in Instagram, it automatically loops.
Instagram just does it.
You
Yeah.
You just post your
B-roll.
video. You just post like whatever video you want, and it'll just keep like replaying.
So
and replaying.
B-roll is just a term for a type of reel, but it's all reels.
Oh, is it called Reel on Instagram?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, and so like you can see here, like I don't get up, so you don't know that it's looping.
It's not that kind of thing where you're like, look, now I feel motion sickness. Like you're
Right.
doing
Yeah.
something that's kind of stationary.
Right, you want to do something that's stationary that can just keep going and nobody even knows. Also, when you're picking audio to go with it, I pick an audio that sounds good with it looping. Because sometimes the audio, you can tell like, oh, it's starting over. But yes, that is it. Oh, and the last thing I just wanted to touch on was hashtags. So, let's see. Hashtags are not meant how they were in the past. Hashtags now are really just used as SEO for Instagram. So you really only want to put 3 to 5 in there. If you put too many, there's too many audiences, it's going out there too much, or like there's just too much for it. So you really want to narrow it down with your audience and really only do 3 to 5 hashtags. At least that's what the people tell me. I'm sure everyone has a different opinion on that. But yeah, that's it.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
So Angelina started helping me just with my Instagram and my other stuff, and I had nothing on Instagram. I think I had 2 posts, right? Just 2 weeks ago, and I had 0 followers. And I think I'm up to 75 now, which I was like, that's not a lot. People are telling me that's pretty good. And it'll just get bigger and bigger and bigger, so.
And what platform?
Well, now you're gonna have 76 because I didn't start my followers.
76. So
Yeah.
she's just, I added something today. That was just on my own, and I looked at it compared to what she was doing, and I was like, man, I'm not good at this.
I have so many questions, but that leads to one of them,
Okay.
which is this kind of like polished looking like post as compared to some of the stuff we do, like when we're at a house, like just a little like, oh, staging day today, you know, whatever. Like I'm out working is what Cindy and I were talking about earlier. Like we always want to show I'm out working
Yeah.
with something that's very casual, which looks very like to me like authentic. Like I
Yeah.
think you want that mixed in.
Yes, 100%.
As opposed to, I had a company doing some social media for me, and they posted, you know, just bland
Generic.
kind of stuff. It did
Yeah.
have pictures of me and stuff like that. I didn't love it. This stuff is better, but I think when I do something that is truly from me, it gets more views. But so
Yeah.
what's the mix? Is what I'm
Should do
asking.
both.
Yes, it's definitely a team effort. It should 100% be a mix. Like Rob definitely needs to be doing his reels because I'm not you. I can't get in front of the video or in front of the camera and, you know, like you said, it needs to be authentic. So it's the combination of the two, and it's really taking a social media manager that you can trust and who knows your brand. I think that's really what it comes down to. Like I did a post for Rob scheduled, he hasn't seen it yet. But because I know Rob and I know his brand, it's a post about mortgages. I was able to talk about how Rob used to be a lender. But those are questions I ask in my branding meetings, when I onboard people. So I think it really just depends on who's doing your social media. Because everything I do, I edit the caption, I edit the wording to make it sound like you the best I can.
She does the professional stuff. Like I
Right.
did the thing Sunday, I think you saw it, where I went to Starbucks and I had the 2 Starbucks cards.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's play Starbucks roulette and see how much is on there. Like that was just me doing it.
Right.
So there's me and then there's her
So I
making
get
me.
that
It's like I don't post reels, I just post carousel posts.
Okay, so I guess what I'm trying to get to is like, you were saying like, okay, maybe you want to do 8, 12, or 16 a month.
Yeah.
So would it be like 4 polished, you know, carousel type posts per week, and then 4 of very casual, whatever, like just meet out somewhere here? Like, what is the number?
It just depends on your brand. All my agents do it differently. It's really what you want to do with your business. Like that's why somebody who's going to be posting a lot, I would say only sign up for my 8 package because you're posting a lot. So you just need somebody to do some filler post for you. If you're somebody who's not going to post at all, I would recommend the 16. So I think it's a balance, and it's just different for everybody.
Like Laura doesn't do another
Yeah.
girl in the office. She doesn't do anything, and she's real particular on what it looks like. So she sat down with her and was like, "This is exactly what I want my brand to be." But she's not going to do the little one-offs
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So she needs more.
Yeah, and Laura's looks very different. Like I take branding very seriously. Hers looks very different than how Rob's looks. So you can see this is Laura's. She doesn't like big flashy words. So we keep it very clean, minimalist, simple. But then you go to Rob's. So like that's hers. And then Rob.
Let's see Rob's. Let's see what he's up to.
Oh, yeah, baby.
But I just started, right? So like the first one there, notice a violation. Click on that one. I did that myself this morning.
Oh, you are good.
And that is, I took, I got an email about the legislature in Georgia is going against HOAs because HOAs are just going beyond their means, right? They're asking way too much of a private citizen, right? So I just put that and I copied and pasted the article right there.
I don't see the article, but.
No, I just pasted the content. That's the content.
I
So
got
like
you.
the picture of Rob that you have in there with the green zip up on.
Yep.
Did he send you that?
No.
Or is that like a professional?
No, I just put
I
that.
actually Facebook stalked Rob and I found that myself.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, this picture is him with like 5 to 6 other people in the picture, and I like literally sat there and was like,
Yeah, I was on my brother's,
That's
my
the one I
wife saw
want.
that. That was a family picture with my wife, kids, my father-in-law, father-in-law and mother-in-law, and she took that out. So it looks good.
yeah, so you can see like which ones are Rob's, which ones are mine, but it looks good all together. Like somebody else isn't gonna know that. And we got Eric too.
Totally different.
Yeah.
Very nice. So tell us about your like eight package, like what do you charge for 8? social
Yeah, for
media?
8, I charge $250 a month.
Okay.
And it just goes up by $100 for each pillar, so 12 would be $350, 16 would be $450.
Mm-hmm.
The way to get started with me is to schedule an onboarding call. So in that PDF that you downloaded, there's a link at the very last page that brings you straight to my booking calendar, and then that's where we go over the branding, what your goals are, and what you're looking for in social media.
So I have more like Facebook, like I combine my personal and on purpose. Because like I bring in people that didn't know they wanted to look for a house, but then they're like, oh, I'll go see that. So does it pull over? Can you, I guess you can
Yes,
link
I
them.
always do both Facebook and Instagram for all the posts.
Okay.
And I do make them look a little different depending on the platform, because with Facebook, it's not like the carousel post. So I may just do the first picture and put the value in the caption. So I do make them a little different depending on the platform, but it's essentially the same post.
Yay.
When you sign up, do you have to sign up for it? Is there a contract in place as far as the amount of time?
There's not.
Because your people are so happy.
The other thing I don't know if you mentioned, but like I'm doing a thing at the gym, right? And so I had her put together it goes on the video screen there, so it loops in with a bunch of other brands and everything. And so she did that for me, and then I did a poster to get people to sign up for a free giveaway. And I did it once, I'm doing it again next week, and we got people signed up because they wanted to get the free giveaway. And I just talked to a guy yesterday, and he wants to buy multifamilies
Nice.
from that, which I didn't do anything. Really, I just stood there and talked to people.
Giveaways are my favorite.
And my wife does this, and I hired her. I love my wife, and I want to stay married. I want to make it to 25. We're at 24 years,
No, we're done.
and I can't fire her.
Yeah, I think somebody was downstairs.
Well, the pre-giveaway, the pre-giveaway posted everywhere on social media.
Nope, only at the gym. So people came in, and I had a table that day.
That's a good idea to post on social media too.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
she's
you can
done.
use the room downstairs. Okay.
So I can't do it all.
Right.
Tell Billy I said it was okay.
She can do it all. I try to do it all, and so you said 50% off the first 2 months.
Yes. I've never had that happen before.
I need this.
I got another one on the contract.
Machine.
30 days.
Are you like so happy to do that?
Okay, thank you.
You're just like calling and prospecting and That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
I gotta
you.
go.
Here by
We need to work a little.
I didn't even recognize
Had people like hang up their
you. You
phone.
look different than your photo. That is so crazy. You're
So I had
the
this
whole
conversation with my son,
Yeah.
he's coming here.
time.
So he's
yeah,
the grunt,
wonderful,
right?
great.
He just started,
Okay.
so, and it's a 5-year program. I'm like, dude, you're not gonna know everything. I'm doing it.
Yeah, sounds great.
Alright.
Bye. Yeah, see you, or talk to you later probably. Oh, do we need to send out an extension?
Yes, extension,
So I said, let's talk on Friday.
Yes, I think that this year, we're gonna get some comments from the last closing, not the insurance situation. And I think her car's gonna be ready probably at the end of this week.
Yeah, you talk to
You know,
everybody.
tell me how you think it's.
I'm like,
hoping.
yeah, let me give you the reality. The reality is, I yell at me, I keep the hell up on me. I hear no 99% of the time.
Well, I think Friday, but you know how that goes. I call us and be like, another one.
Oh, really? I was gonna like ask you about like. this
Until I get someone that I can help. I said, so, you had a bad day.
Jump back in there. Welcome to sales.
And I'm like,
Okay.
just so you know, would you go do anything else? Or you can go back to college or anything, we're gonna have a good day. I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah.
yeah.
Story of my life.
Yeah, you're right.
So I was like, oh, okay. Where do you go to like find
I tried to.
photos?
Hello.
Yeah.
Good, how you doing?
So I use Unsplash.
Text you.
Yeah, you're gonna, so for you guys, I would like, so I'm signed up with like a couple social media platforms.
On
They
it.
give me like the content, so I don't have to do the whole ChatGPT thing. And they have a whole category of photos. I pay most of them, but like,
It's a life story.
so I use, the social worker.
Okay, so work insurance can be reimbursed, so.
And they give me like a lot of post ideas too, like my clients, I use their stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they have a whole category on there that's just stock photos of professional photography.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a lifesaver. Yeah.
Sometimes you tell me this stuff.
And they add up over a year. You just have to-
Yeah, no, literally the same. They're not, it's so they only do house photos, I will say.
Okay.
But it will help a lot because I'm a real estate agent, so it'll give you a lot of new stuff. They're not gonna have like the text thing.
Yeah, that's
I don't know where to find that one.
Oh, let's do my best.
Or it doesn't exist.
Yeah,
Wink,
yeah, wink, wink. I'll just do a cartoon. Sure. Okay, cool beans.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't change the rate.
Yes, and I'll have socials that much.
Yeah.
Unless it's something
In like
related.
business,
So.
like so different.
It is.
Like I would never post a carousel like that.
Yeah,
I would never,
no.
but I'll post the carousel of like, here's an aesthetic photo, here's an aesthetic photo.
Right, yeah, yes, yeah.
I guess in the
Because
end,
like
we're
she
just gonna
doesn't
get one receipt
first,
that
and
says
then her
how much
Instagram.
you use.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So it was actually.
Got it, okay.
Yeah,
well,
that's helpful
then
to
whatever
me
you choose to
because, like,
suggest is fine.
I've never done videos before, carousels, like,
It's like, I'm surprised.
the branding for Instagram is really
Especially
good.
since
It
they
has
have
her
called
logo
today.
on
It's gonna
it.
be ready in
And I'm kind of like,
Alright, bye.
yeah, so, so on everything, yeah, no, that's unless it's like just a picture of like her, like, I have like some pin photos, just like her birthday a couple of years ago.
Okay, because that sounds like a
Yeah,
good
probably
one.
Alright.
Alright, thank you for the call.
But this one I like to go.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
times.
People
Yeah.
always like that. I like that with Homestead.
Thanks. Yeah, like I just I was like, oh, it's like you can try. And all this stuff on here and This is like a vision board for you.
Love that. See, these I love because this is like real.
Yeah, like I love when she sends me stuff like this.
Yeah,
Like,
please send more.
please. So like tomorrow I'll probably do
Probably
like
had to brush my teeth.
Oh, are you talking about the day you had your?
You'll love the social broker bench.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
My daughter came in, yeah, she was at the workout room and,
That's my little.
Now you're listing this out.
I told her, I brought her.
Hers, I got that from them.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, this is all from them. That
Didn't
from
take you
them.
away until you.
And they
I
did.
know.
I got in the car with a complete stranger. I didn't remember where
It's
she
just,
was.
you know, you gotta go through the templates, then you gotta put your colors and your fonts.
Yeah.
The funniest thing is I talked to her when
Yeah,
I
like I
was
was playing in Canva
and you were like,
stuff,
I
and,
don't
like,
remember
yeah.
who he was.
So they give you
where
the
we went.
template and
And
I
she
put
goes,
it in Canva.
but I think
and
I
go
said,
through
you're gonna
it.
keep my sketch. She goes, I know
Great.
it's like a
Like, I'm
nice
gonna
bottle of wine in the
convince
car.
her to
I go,
get
you
Canva
can't remember
Pro
who it was,
because
but you do
I
remember that he had a
tried
nice bottle
and
of
there's
wine in the car,
one
so now you know he likes
freaking
wine.
element.
It's funny that
Remember
things
when
that just
we
stick in your
went
head.
to
Only
dinner on
$5
street.
a month or $10
So
a
I
month.
looked up Cobb
Yeah, it's $120 a year.
That's not bad at all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get rid of
So
it
worth
because
it.
that would make my life a lot easier.
Yeah.
Ah!
Because then you're starting from scratch. I mean, think about the time you just saved, and I know, you know, like 20 minutes is $10 or whatever. So, like,
Yeah, it would help.
It's
so.
it's saving money actually.
Yes, yes, truly, and she wants to
Oh,
have
done
one
something
really
similar.
video.
He's like,
So-
so, wait,
Yeah.
those people.
She's better about posting on her
Don't
Facebook,
we all?
but yeah, yeah. So
They're all good at Facebook.
Oh my
great at
gosh.
Facebook.
That's
So
right.
I'm like,
My daughter
I need to get the Instagram going.
Yes,
Yes.
nice brand new, like
Because like,
white car. My mom's
there's people like us who like literally are on lunch break and scroll through
Yeah, I'm not going
Instagram.
on
Like,
it yet.
no,
And I didn't
no,
know
I
that
don't go on there and
Oh,
just
so yeah, 'cause I
literally
thought
look here.
everybody's like, it's great.
Truly.
And then
So,
I knew
yeah.
that with this right after I did it.
Thank
and
you.
then I
Yeah,
knew that
you're
it
welcome.
was and I
Absolutely.
moved it. So it was my
It was.
It was bad.
Until
And I
the
came in
time
the
was
office, remember,
I
they were
know.
like, here, Cindy,
I was like, go to the
And I'm like, I'm fine, cause we did not have health insurance for probably 5 or 6 months, cause my husband was in between jobs, he still is, but anyway, we got our private insurance maybe 2 months before. So, we still have a horrible deductible, but it's,
Everybody does.
Yeah.
Well, I guess not if you work for a big company.
Thank you.
I mean, people who work for a big company don't really realize, because I didn't until I was on my own, I was like, what? This is how it's done?
Did you
It's
see my
so
phone?
different. People were like, just go to the doctor when you want to go to the doctor, and you know, like, I don't know what our deductible was. 2,000
That's
maybe?
10,000 right now, but I think it's gonna cost less than 10,000, but the problem I'm having is like, they bill me for PT, so I have an $80 copay, but then they're billing my insurance $500 extra. So they want me to pay $300 for a PT appointment that's $125 cash pay, and I'm like, oh no. So I wanted them to back it out of the insurance, and I just wanted to pay cash, well, they can't do that because it's insurance. If I have insurance, I have to.
The whole thing is such a scam.
Oh,
The whole
insurance
insurance
fraud,
thing.
how about them just
Yeah.
taking you to the
They're like,
cleaners
yeah, okay.
fraud?
Fraud on you.
So I
Yeah,
asked
you
them
can't
to
do it
like
to us.
I
Can't scam the
asked
scammer.
them to like rebill it, but anyway.
No, for that one.
All right, good to see you. I'm gonna go get some exercise and listen to a podcast.
Oh, I made
Thank you so much.
Of course.
I'm going to be calling you.
Okay, sounds great.
I need to tell someone. I think that.
Michelle can still be my assistant, but.
Yeah, our college daughters try to do it when they're home, but cause they're much more savvy than we are, but but they
Although
have too
I-
much work at school.
Well, Michelle has insulted me for the last time. I sent her something yesterday. I was like, okay, can you post this? And she goes, I think you should look on YouTube at how to take better pictures.
Oh my
I was like,
gosh.
okay.
I know, and then
I mean,
they edit them and they want us to
it's
have
okay.
the bronze skin and the bleach blonde hair. No, that's what they do for their own pictures.
Yeah.
We've got that app. I can change my hair color,
The
my
filters
if
that
only it were
they
that
use
easy.
in college, I'm like, I don't want to look that orange. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
Of course.
See ya.
Here.
so which,
I'm Cindy, by the way.
you have Bridget. Oh, sorry, so which.
Come see me.
Sorry to interrupt.
Are you new?
I'm sorry.
No,
I've been doing it.
Yes, there's a
you know,
link
couple years
in that
ago.
PDF that brings
Okay.
you straight to my booking calendar,
Oh,
and that would be the best place.
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds good.
Set,
Okay,
thanks. With Mary.
Yeah, same here. I'm thinking, I need help with my social media. It's like I had a closing yesterday and I'm so nervous about putting anything
Are
online.
you happy with that?
Cause it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah. What's up?
You know, I don't wanna
Hard, and then when the brains come, she gets.
appear boastful, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
But some people come across as, you know, in your face, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah, that's why it has to be in your voice, yes, I totally agree.
Yeah.
And that's what I didn't like about the first people that did mine, I cringed at everything that I looked at, I was like, oh. And people would go like, your Instagram, your Facebook stuff's looking so good, and I was like, okay.
who was it?
Gosh, I don't even know. This is a few years
So
ago.
I just have a problem with pushing myself out there. I love everybody else's stuff and
Well, there,
I just
when
feel
you
so
said valuable
conscious.
versus non-valuable, it was like, yes, I've always felt that way. I don't post Happy Valentine's Day, because I'm like, to me, it's like litter in my scroll. Stop it,
Yeah,
stop it,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And that's what they would post, just that person with my picture, and it would be like, I'm here for all your real estate needs. I would just be like, you know, just, they were so bad. I was like, that is, I just
That's what I
think
don't
it's
want
wasting
to
people's
do.
time. Yes.
Yes,
And I understand like you're newer to the business, so
yeah.
we have like gotten finally like over, you know, even on, I told you on awards day, we're all like, okay, we hate it, but we gotta go home and post our awards. Like, but it doesn't feel as weird after doing it for a while.
I guess after a while.
But there's also ways to, I think, present things that don't feel like I won the game ball, you know, kind of crap. And it's really, to me, it's always about like just reminding them I'm in business.
Yes, and that's what
And
I
being
want to
professional,
do.
right?
Yes.
Which is what I have always said, like Jenny Wagner, who's a lender that I've used forever, like she would send us stuff, it was always valuable. Like it not just said like I'm in business, but here's something that I know that you don't know, I'm here to help you.
Yeah.
And that's the mindset.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the closing I had yesterday. I was so thrilled that we finally got this little couple across. They have been through, you would not believe the story that they have been through to get to this point. I mean, she cried at the closing. I can't believe I'm actually a homeowner because we had been through such a journey. And I want to honor them, but I just don't know what to put out there, you know?
Yeah, and I kind of think those are boring too. Like that's, you know, if you have like a little bit of a story in it, I think it's better. This is my opinion. You're the experts, you tell us, but like, I don't love those posts of like closed with blah blah blah. Congratulations! I'm like, I think for everybody who's looking, it's boring. Right. So like I had one that I posted. I'm like closed on this one, and I was like, her friends got her to move to Atlanta, you know, in 1979. And then they said, hey, the house next door to us is going on the market. So she bought it for $39,000 in 1979. And she lived in this house. So something like, and there she lived happily ever after for the next 42 years, whatever it was. And we just sold it for $700.
Oh,
and everybody loved the story, right?
yes,
They were like,
perfect.
oh, as opposed to like, so happy for my clients that blah, 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 which sometimes that's all it is. And I guess that's better than nothing, but I'd love to have something.
Yeah, the stories are definitely way better than just the closing day.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't always have to have one. The closing day post, if your face is in it, I say that over and over again, will still get like triple the engagement.
And I hate having my face in it. Ugh.
That's why you gotta do like the branding shoot and then you approve all the photos, like, you know what I mean? And they'll do all the editing and.
But on the closing day picture like that, you don't use that. You would use one with you with the client, right?
That's true.
What about if it's a picture of just them? Does it get as much?
No, it doesn't get it.
I knew she was gonna say that. I knew she was gonna say it before she said it.
They don't know those people, but they know you.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just get the little app and it'll I even use it for my under eyes. It'll get these things away.
Gosh, wait till you're, 40 years older.
Yeah.
Or older. Yes, but, okay.
Okay. Well, that's super helpful. Appreciate it.
It
Thank
was,
you.
very much so.
I'll get on your calendar.
Yes, sounds
All
good.
right. Nice to meet you.
You too.
Bye, guys.
Oh, darling.
How's it been going?
Well, good.
Staying busy?
I am. I had a closing yesterday and I've got
Yeah.
2 next week.
Oh, you're just killing it.
So I'll have 3 for February.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's great.
3. Oh, that's so many.
I'm
You're
excited.
killing it.
I'm excited, but I just wanna get more, I don't want people to forget what I'm doing now. Everybody knows me, Brenda, teacher, Dickerson Middle School forever and ever and ever. And I want them to start thinking of me now as Brenda Roth, realtor.
Right. And stay top of mind and give me your referrals, the whole 9 yards.
Because on the way home yesterday, the first thing that my little couple did is they texted and said, Brenda, do you have anything that we could post, you know, to get you more traction? Because she was just saying you were a godsend, blah, blah, blah. And so I said, write me up a little paragraph when you get a chance.
Yeah.
And then I can incorporate that into my initial buyer-seller meeting.
Right, a testimonial.
And then they were gonna put something on Instagram, and then I had them send me their pictures this morning, but fortunately, we didn't use my phone, we used his phone. And the pictures were not that great. I tried to make them look better. Like this is the house. They took that one, but these were not that good.
Why did it come out so blurry?
I don't know. But all of them came out that way. And at first I thought it was my old eyes. I did work on this one a little bit, but it's still not.
Blurry picture is a blurry picture.
Dang.
Dang.
So I've got all these pictures.
Who took these?
The lawyer. I think this one.
Oh no.
Yeah. But I think it was his camera.
Yeah.
Because it's just, and I didn't want to use them
Should have
because
used the iPhone.
yeah. And I thought his was an iPhone, and I had the new iPhone.
I see the cute moment, and it's like, if it was only clearer.
Yeah, and so I didn't want to post it because the pictures were so bad.
Well,
I mean, they all were that way.
you should just do a story and just put like closing day.
Maybe use one of them.
Yeah, maybe just use one.
And maybe a picture of the house.
Yeah.
Because that one came out clear.
Well, the picture of the house, can you just use the listing photo that they took for the listing?
Probably.
You do have to ask for listing agent permission, but
okay.
I do it all the time. I just, hey, can I use this photo on my Instagram, see attached, and get their written permission. But it will be better than that probably, because it's professional photography.
Yeah.
Yeah, anytime I'm the buyer side, we'll also do like under contract post, and I'll just ask the listing agent for if I can use their photos.
Now, the one that I sold that I'm closing on next week, I wanted to do something, and I saw one of Rob's posts where he had a house under contract in 4 days or whatever. I literally had this house 18 contracts in 24 hours.
Yes, you need to tell people that. You need
I
to put it in the
know,
caption.
but see, that's what I say. I have a hard time because it sounds like I'm being boastful, and it went well above asking.
No, you're allowed to brag a little.
I feel bad.
No, it's
That's
like,
just my personality.
when people are doing it in every single post, like that's annoying, but you want to tell people your stats because that's why they're going to use you. Like, oh, she sold this house and got 18 offers. Like, I wouldn't look at it as bragging. I would just look at it as like, I want to use a realtor that has those great stats. Yeah, so Eric does a newsletter, and he always has one listing a month that gets closed or whatever, and we put that listing in, and we always say, closed in this amount of days, had this many offers, like we always do it.
Okay.
So if you don't do it, somebody else is gonna do it.
I know, that's my thing, and yeah, that is my thing. Okay, I need to call you and at least do, so if you're saying that the 350 is what the normal is, and it would be half of that, or
250 is the lowest.
Right.
At the 8, 12, 350, 16 post.
so it's 50% off of that for the two?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely want to do that, if you'll help me do that.
Yes.
I will send an appointment and come see you, but you know my personality, you know me,
Yes.
so.
I'll have more questions to ask you. There's more to discover.
Yes, and my daughter's good at it, but they own their own business, and she doesn't have time to do that.
Yeah, and a lot of time with the kids, like, I've been in real estate since I've been 16, so I can read something and be like, oh, this is good to post, or this isn't. And people who don't have a real estate background, it's really hard for them to do real estate social media, because you want to make sure you're not sitting on bad info.
I know. But my daughter's, like I said, she's really good at it as
Yeah.
far as their own business.
Yeah.
Let's see. And she'll just go through, and I was wondering, do you make any YouTube?
I don't do YouTube.
Mm-hmm. I didn't
That
know if you had
is-
made some.
A whole nother ballpark. You know what I mean? Like it is a whole nother platform.
Mm-hmm. You know.
You're like, oh, follow.
I know, but I do follow them. I don't know why I didn't show up. Oh, I guess like my new phone, I didn't. But they just do. She just does. They do a lot. They're designers.
Cute.
And then she'll intermingle a little bit of personal because
Yeah.
they do have 4 boys. Everybody knows they have 4 boys. But this one was one of my favorite ones that she did. And let me find it because it was so cute.
She's
in
so
this
busy
one.
during Christmas.
Yeah, this one.
It's more like, yes. Love that. That one's really good.
And see, she just.
You
and
you should reuse that on your own.
Oh,
You should,
how would I do that? This is what it was.
it's more like,
And this is after they did their thing with it.
you just download it, because like, since it's your daughter, I'm sure she wouldn't care if you use the post.
Mm-hmm.
But I would use that, and I would incorporate your, if she's done any more like that, I would just repost them to yours.
This one is good too.
Very good. I must say I'm amazed.
You were darling to help. I could never have done it without you.
I love that.
And it was a little girl's room.
I love that.
Yeah, she said, we're losing our minds over the paper, blah, blah, blah. She always gives credit. Cannot wait to see the rest. And I saw it finished. It was so cute. But she used, was it Audrey Hepburn in the movie?
This, I don't know.
Breakfast at
Very
Tiffany's.
good. I must say I'm
Oh,
amazed.
you gotta see Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Darling to help. I could never have done it without you.
But so she just is really, she's
Yeah,
got an
you
eye
can-
for this.
Download the video and then
How do I look?
reuse the audio.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe
Very good. I must say I'm amazed.
so you can
You
all
were
the way.
darling to help. I could never have done it without you.
Oh, she must have a setting where you can't download it.
Oh, okay.
But if you ask her to download it and send it to you, then you can just repost it.
But she does little things like that all the time, and their Christmas one is really good. Oh, that's it. This is a hotel that, or a restaurant that they did. And then they do, she's got one of their own house that they do and stuff like that. So she's just, oh, this one.
Oh, that music
And, but she's just really good at it, and I am not. I am just not. So anyway, I need help. Like I said, I've asked her, and she will, but she said, Mom, you just got to get over yourself.
Yeah. No, that's really it.
And that's what you're going to tell me too, right? Okay.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I hear you though. Like, I'm super camera shy. That's why I do the B-rolls, and I don't do videos of like talking to the camera because I'm actually very shy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you wouldn't know it because I'm a talker, but I'm very shy. So that's why I like the B-rolls, because you're still seeing my face, but I don't have to talk in it.
I know, I've got some of that I did when I was teaching. I had a Instagram page for my class.
Oh.
And I would do like demos and stuff like
It's
that.
just like that.
I know, that was different.
I was talking to kids.
I was actually doing my thing, doing experiments and all that, and it was just more natural for me than doing this.
Yeah. I hear you though. But
All right.
maybe start with the B-roll, get familiar, and then work your way up to talking.
I always said, I hate to hear myself talking because being from Tennessee, I sound like Dolly Parton.
Oh
or
my
something.
God, yes.
And I've always been embarrassed about my
I'm the same way.
southern
I'm not from
accent, like
Tennessee.
so southern.
Jackson County, but I'm in the southern accent.
Yeah.
I just hate my voice on
Yeah, I think
camera.
that's
I don't
a
know
universal
why.
thing. Everybody hates it.
Then you need to get over it and make YouTube videos.
YouTube
And get
is a
people
whole
to
other world.
subscribe to your videos.
Yeah, between Instagram, Facebook, and everything, I ain't got time for YouTube. Right? I hear you.
Okay, honey, I will definitely be calling you.
Okay, sounds
And,
great.
I don't know if I'll do I may try with the 12.
Okay.
That's the middle one.
That's the middle. That's usually what I recommend.
Okay. Yeah,
Because we can always adjust if you need more or if you need less.
okay. All right, we'll see what happens. How are you? I'm good, how are you? Good, thank you. I forgot your name, help me out. Trey. Why would I not be your name? Trey. I remember yours, Brenda. I would not know Brenda. Good to see you. You too. Hey, did you get you some of that new stuff? I don't know yet, I have not. I'm sweating your arm. Natural oil, medicine. Monday, was sitting in my head just pounding on stuff. I feel it. And my nose is just running. And my husband just had a cold. And I just, you know. This was Monday. He had had a cold and he left yesterday. And yeah. And then I went home that afternoon. I left work at about 1 o'clock, went home, took another dose of that. So I kind of doubled up on my dose that day. And then I just took an antihistamine. I thought, oh, it's just allergies or whatever. Yeah. But I was really not feeling well. And then I doubled it up and then doubled it up on Tuesday. And I am perfectly fine. And
Yeah, because I wanted to try too and see if it would help with my allergies also.
yes, yes, because I thought this might have been allergies, but because I literally was sitting and my nose just like started running. I'm like, where did that come from? I felt like a 2-year-old. Yeah, I felt like a 2-year-old with a snotty nose, you know, how they always have a snotty nose.
They do.
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, Brenda.